Good morning, you guys. Today is the 7th of June. Early morning hours. It is 4:20 this local time. We just got into Virginia from Tennessee on Interstate 81. And it's time to make our delivery to our customer, our final stop at a few different names you can give it. My load assignment says Mid-Mountain Express or whatever the hell it said, Mid-Mountain Foods or whatever. I can't remember what it said, but Mid-Mountain something. But then if you look up the address on Google, it comes back to a place called Freight Handlers. But then my BOL says it's Food Lion. I think it's Food Lion Distribution Center, if I remember right. Food City or whatever, yeah, Food City. Okay, so I believe this is going to be my first time at this customer. I'm pretty sure I've never been to it before. Not like I'm in Virginia a hell of a lot. I don't know, it was with Cedar England. It was on the OTR side. It was, I would say, in this part of the country a fair amount, but I never became super acquainted with it like I am a lot of places in the West. So, kind of more limited on places over here that I know for sure I've been to. And this one I want to say I've not. Alright, yeah, it's going to be, it's only like, I think maybe 6 pallets or some crap. It's not, it didn't look like very many. I had, I picked up a full load between 2 Tyson facilities in Waterloo, Iowa, and Columbus Junction, Iowa. You guys hopefully already saw the Columbus Junction pickup as well as the previous drop in Lebanon, Tennessee. This will be the final on that same load. But yeah, I had 17 pallets come off at the Lebanon customers, so should mean there's no more than 10 or 11 pallet positions remaining at most, and I think it's less. Telling me I got issues with my axle temp. So I got a bad gauge on my my right, not my right, my rear differential. I can tell that the sensor on it's going bad because when I go to my my gauges screen here on my instrument panel, the rear one, it keeps fluctuating all over the place. 86, 151, 77, 133, 140, 117. Whereas the front one is just sitting there at, dead consistent 174, not moving an inch. Yeah, it moves when it's warranted, but alright, anyway, let's get to some conversation, I guess, about, or at least now we know what's going on here. You get the option, if all you're here for is to get intel on the customer, go ahead and use the bookmarks to skip ahead to when I'm arriving. I always put bookmarks in my video description, so it's easy for you to get to the parts of the video that are of interest to you, if you're kind of an a la carte type of guy, person. Alright, so that said, I'm going to address something that I know has been going on with JCT drivers. I'm going to say legacy JCT drivers. I don't know to what extent legacy Hirschbach drivers are having the same issues. If they're having the same issues at all, or I assume they are, but a lot of problem with drivers not getting miles. So I mentioned the other day in one of the other videos that, is this an exit lane or is that a hill climbing lane or something? I don't know. Oh no, it's ending. Okay. That I've been seeing a rash of videos on YouTube of people who are leaving or have already left Prime Incorporated, the Springfield-based mega carrier, reefer mega carrier. But okay, so Hirschbach and JCT, the combination of us, Prime is the only reefer company that has a larger fleet than us now. Anyway, so yeah, I got a lot of people now. Generally, a lot of people like Prime in the past, but here's the thing. Prime, they have a lot of lease drivers, and the reason why is because they do percent of the load. And when the freight market's in good shape, like, freight rates are up, you can make good money doing that. Maybe not as much as if you're booking your own loads with your own truck, but still, it's not everybody wants that responsibility. But freight rates are shitty right now. They suck. So, no surprise, I'm seeing people coming out of the woodwork on YouTube. A bunch of people I've never even heard of before. I've never even seen their channels before, popping up in my recommended feeds. And, and I keep getting them pop-ups, and I'm just trying to get insight into why am I seeing so many of these. It's almost like YouTube thinks I drive for Prime or something. I don't know, but I keep getting their drivers' videos, and I hear the talk. And I know one guy I was listening to recently. I guess he ended up going to some carrier in Canada, Vancouver or somewhere in British Columbia. Might have been Vancouver, I don't know. But yeah, I know he was saying that he basically left because they were not doing anything for him anymore, and it really boiled down to he was with them as long as he was making decent, good money from them. But now the money's not good. There's nothing really there for him to stay for, so he left. And I'm seeing some of the same kind of complaints from some of the other drivers, Prime drivers, as I've been seeing from JCT drivers. Not getting miles. I'm just getting these shit miles, like getting loads that are shorter distance than what I'm used to getting and stuff, and whatnot. And or they're also sitting between loads more on, let's say only getting like a 700 or 800 mile load when you're used to, if even that, when you're used to getting 1200 plus or something. Yeah, it can make a difference. So one guy I was listening to yesterday was even saying something about the Kool-Aid drinkers are going to come out and say that it's a freight market. Oh yeah, it is. Facts are facts, people. There's plenty of there's data out there that will prove it. If you don't want to believe it, then I don't know what rock you want to crawl back under, because it's true. Freight market sucks right now, and it is what it is. And this is where sometimes when things start pinching, you might want to think about just how valuable you are to the company, and or how much you're doing for them when it doesn't matter so much. Because when it does matter, and let's say they only have so many loads and too many trucks to work with, or too many trucks in an area for what freight's there. How it's supposed to work and how it might work, I'm not saying that this is happening, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it is. Dispatchers and planners are probably going to, or at least to some degree, are probably going to give some preferential treatment to drivers who they think deserve it. Who are the ones who are always running hard? Who are the ones who just because you run hard doesn't mean you're not a pain in the ass to work with. If you're a pain in the ass to work with, and someone else who also runs hard is freaking easy as hell to work with, sorry, I'm giving my load to the guy who's easy to work with. I'm looking him up. You're a pain in the ass. I don't really care if you leave. I don't care if you're not getting the miles. At least that's kind of my mentality. If I were to be like a planner or something, I guess. I don't know. That's just a truck rest area. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't think that's a way station, but okay. So yeah, it's not just JCT and Hirschbach, guys. I know it sucks seeing some of you guys who are legacy JCT drivers complaining about not getting miles and not getting pay. I really feel bad for those of you guys who are having that issue. I'm not myself. You guys can kind of see it in my vlogs and stuff, what's going on, and I can show you the data that I'm not having any issues with miles either, but I'm not here trying to rub it in anyone's face either. I'm just trying to explain that there's more going on there than just the company kind of pushing its own regime kind of thing. You know, the freight market is shitty. And then on top of that, there's a very realistic chance that we could go into recession in the next couple of quarters. I'm not saying we're going to, but it's possible. And trucking companies have to be cognizant of that and be prepared for that kind of thing going on. Every month, at the beginning of the month, there's a monthly report that comes out that I regularly watch, pay attention to. That is called the ISM Manufacturing, ISM Manufacturing Report. ISM stands for Institute for Supply Management. And what they do is they send out surveys to a bunch of different businesses across all the different industries. And they want to get their perspective. Is your business growing or is it shrinking overall? And then all these little individual components: productivity, employment, supplies, basically your upstream and your downstream supplies. How are they both doing? New orders, how are they doing? How's your back orders doing? Are they growing or shrinking? And ultimately, it's kind of a climate survey, if you will, of what people are saying overall about the economy. And okay, so simply put, this report, if you guys check it out, anything over 50 is indication of expansion, overall expansion. And anything below 50 is considered contraction. It means we're going backward, the wrong direction. There's this LTL truck. I can't read it. Anyway. And this last month, the previous month, it was at 49. It was just very mildly in contraction territory. And the recent report that just came out last week, that was 48 point something, so a little bit worse. So we were starting to go back in the north direction, but then it reverted back to the wrong side of 50. So that's a concern. And if you think things are bad now with the freight market, just imagine if we fall into recession where a lot more people are losing jobs and stuff. I just saw something, some kind of news headline about Amazon. I think they had I guess they previously had a bunch of job openings announced on Indeed for a particular location. I don't remember which location it was, and then someone had noted that, hey, those jobs are all gone now. They aren't hiring those positions anymore. So something's not right there. Okay, this guy is going to take forever to get around, and we're only 4 miles away, so I'm going to probably just kick back behind this 62-mile-an-hour truck and wait, because exit 22 is where we're going to be exiting at. And we're at 18 now. Oh, now you finally. Let's go ahead and get zoomed in. I never did that. Now, JCT, I noticed the team trucks are especially complaining about having issues, and again, that's why it's generally teams usually are more apt to handle the cross-country stuff, the coast-to-coast kind of stuff. At least with us, they largely handle California to Florida and that kind of stuff, or stuff like that. It has to go longer distance in a short time. And like for me as a solo, you guys have seen a lot. I usually just run from California to anywhere between Texas and Missouri, typically. now with Hirschbach involved, they're seeing me do more freight over to Wisconsin, Iowa. Did one to Ohio recently. Yeah, I even had one from Pennsylvania to Minnesota, which, like, man, that's strange doing that for me. It's I'm not used to being in that area. I'm hardly ever in that whole upper. It's almost like I'm a fish out of water being north of I-70 or east of I-35 for very long or for very far. But it happens here and there. It's more frequent now for me. And no complaints at all about the miles. But yeah, the team trucks. It's hard. I hate seeing that everyone's struggling and people are going elsewhere. I saw one person even talk about with Prime. I guess they had them and their spouse were both driving, and they weren't making money, so they were only running like solo speed, not by choice. So I guess the plan was for the wife to have to stay on the truck, and the husband was gonna just stay on as a rider or something, and not actually be a driver. And then I guess Prime was trying to tell them that they couldn't do that. That he couldn't just be on the truck as a rider. And like, who the fuck are you to tell me? Like, if he doesn't want to drive, he doesn't want to drive. Too damn bad. If it's gonna be a solo rider for as long as they're going through this, and because I think she was trying to, the wife was trying to avoid having to pay taxes. Because they have to. She had to pay taxes on the husband as an employee, because I guess she's the lease operator on the truck and he's hired by her. Basically, is why it worked out that way. There's a lot of that. Just
3/4 of a mile, keep right to take exit 22 towards BA 704 and then turn left.
So I just want people to think it's not just the company. And I know in some of these cases, the company has to make decisions that even the company doesn't necessarily want to make. They don't want to lay off workers. They don't want to have drivers sitting around not running freight. They can't make money if you're sitting there parked. They'd rather you be rolling. It doesn't matter if they like you or not. If if there's freight to move, great, because they make more money. They can't make money by you sitting. If you're not making money, then neither is the company. And it's hard because, the businesses, smart businessmen, owners will budget for stuff and plan for things like this. Whereas your average trucker, sorry, you guys don't budget. You guys aren't prepared for the rough spots. No, it's kind of exceptionally bad, I know, for some specific drivers, and again, I wish they weren't like that for them, but hang on. Okay, so Food City. Basically, we're gonna go straight across the freeway over here. And this road is actually going to run us straight smack into their property, as if I understand. Yeah. We're going to hit basically a dead end up here, and you just go straight ahead, and it should be their lot. Now, there's two buildings, one on the north side of this road here, and the other one on the south. The address goes to the place on the south, but I remember looking on the map and I saw that Food City is to the north, so I'm not really I'm kind of confused on, and at least on the freight handlers thing, there were only 3 reviews that I could see, and they were, one of them was for like an employee, it had nothing to do with trucking, and the other 2 were kind of vague. Okay, I see, I think that's a guard shack right there. So find out if this is the right spot. Yeah, it looks like this person's waiting for me here. They came out of the guard shack and look like they're waiting for me to show up here. Alright, now look like, yeah, he wants me to come up there, I'm guessing. Yeah. Alright guys, we are checked in. Pretty simple process there. We're going to be docking into door 15, which is actually behind us. Alright, so he said they don't open till 5:30. But he said basically go ahead and dock in right now. Break my seal, open the doors and all that. And but I'll have to wait until they open at 5:30 before I can actually turn my paperwork in. Okay, I can't see the arrows up there, which was actually, so these two lanes are both outbound. Let's wait for this Food City guy, because I need to go that same way he's coming out of. Okay. Now this guy's trying to set up with this door, and I don't want to be shining my lights at him, so lights off. Get over here, and I'm going to get my doors open real quick. 15 will be right next to where he's at, so he's coming into 16. Is that guy? Yeah, there's enough in there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's only 5 or 6 pallets in there or something like that. Looks like it'll be a little tight here. I don't know how you call it super tight, but definitely not roomy. And it's looks like kind of narrow between the two, between the dock doors, so. Probably a little too wide here, actually. Alright, my tandems are right where I want them, but I'm off track and then I don't want to. Or I'm off tracking in the wrong direction. So just a slight bit of forward. Oops. Ah, crap. Little overshot there. There we go. It looks like the lines are pretty well painted with in terms of how wide they are compared to the truck. This damn thing wants to turn, and it's thought I was gonna turn, I was gonna slam into the dock door or something, but now we're good now. Okay, so yeah, I got a thing here I gotta sign, and let me double check how many pallets actually we have. There's 5 there, so yeah, only 5. Okay. So it might not be here too long after they open. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright guys, we're done unloading now. I don't know how much of a pain in the ass time I'm going to have getting out of my door though. I don't know what's up with this guy. He just pulled in right when I was pulling out. Extend. shut up. Looks like he's pulling away. I don't know if he was waiting. He had another person in the truck with him, so I don't know if he was just waiting for them to check in or what. Alright, looks like we're good there. I still gotta get my doors. Shut my doors, and then I don't know if I got this gate pass thing here too. I'm gonna double check if I need to bring this. Oh no, looks like he's coming out right now. That answers that question. Okay, guys. I had a semi-empty call too. Let's get that fixed. Alright, so it was a little slow for 5 pallets, but it seemed like I think the issue was they only had one, like, I think one dock worker working every truck that's in there. So when you get like 5 trucks on a road there, and it's just kind of whenever he gets to it, he gets to it, I guess. Not complaining. It's not going to stop me from getting to my next shipper on time. Actually, the longer it took, the better, because I do have a pre-plan. It picks up this afternoon in what's the hell's the name of that town? It's in North Carolina. It starts with an M. It's off I-40. There is a more direct route you can take, but it's a lot of mountain routes. And when I was looking up online, NC Road on the North Carolina truck route map, and it looked like I could only use one of the highways up to a certain point, and beyond that it looked like nope. I don't know, but part of it's in Virginia too, so I didn't really check Virginia. Either way, there was a lot of twisty, curvy type roads that just the looks of them on the map make me think I probably don't want to go there, so I take that way. So I'll talk a little more detail about that on when we do that video, because I will be doing a separate video. Also, that guy there, that guy in the straight van, he docked into the same door that I just pulled out of. Now, when he pulled up, I kind of wondered if he was going to be getting my door, but he parked really close. He wasn't set up very well for my door, from what I could tell. And I was watching him to see if where he was looking, and he looked like he was mainly looking either in his rear view mirror, like in some different direction, or over toward the office. He never at any point in time was looking directly in my direction to see when I was leaving, and I don't know what the story was with that. So, you know, had I known that he was going to dock into my door, I would have gotten out of the way first, and then did my paperwork that I needed to do. But since I had no idea, it looked like he was, and I saw 2 people in the truck when he first pulled up, so I didn't notice if the other guy got out or whatever. You know, just one of those. Sometimes it's, you know, obviously the easiest thing that you can do is get up there and communicate. Hey, what door are you docking into, or something? But you know, or just end up making assumptions. Hey, yeah, you're not. This guy doesn't seem to be coming to my door anyway, whatever. But there are things you can do on your end to indicate non-verbally that, hey, I'm wanting to do this. Like I said, eye contact, and also being set up in a way where I can tell that you actually have a chance of hitting my door, but when the back of your trailer is right by the back of your truck, whatever in his case, is right next to the end of my door, and you're close to the wall, I have doubts that you're going to be able to make the sharp enough turn without hitting the front end of your truck on the wall. So, to me, it looked like he had no intention of docking into my door. So, but evidently I was wrong. So, just something, just a little advice there. It's not a matter of what you know, it's what you can communicate, whether it's verbally or non-verbally, to others. Right? So, also, and when it comes to, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that one later. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one a day, though. Alright, so I'm going to head down to I-26, basically, hit that in Bristol, and then I can take 26 down to I-40 East, and that'll take me over to the town that I'm going to. Alright, I'll see you guys around on that one. You have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace.